Perspective Blog X Lakers-fandom. Before we get to the content, I would like to thank all my subscribers for your support. If you are not a subscriber, I invite you to support the channel, subscribe, and turn the notifications on. Thank you for your support. Hi, welcome Lakers fans. I sent a link to my friend AC from LA Sports Live. I have no idea because I sent it late. He might be able to be here or maybe not. So I'm waiting. For the answer and see. All right. Well. All right. Let me see. Hey, let me. Lakers all day, 8:24. Hey. All right. Your comment, aside from the shout out, is that we need a shooter. I don't think we need a shooter. And let me explain why I think that. Right now, we are offensively a team without enough presence in the paint offensively, and it's because Mark is not. He can be a bully, but he's not a bully enough. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. And so this is the thing, like, we have shooters, and for some reason, our style of offense doesn't allow shooters to, like, look at Danny Green. I mean, Danny Green is back to shooting great. And so there's something about our offense that getting shooters open is not something that is happening. And I think it's because we don't have, aside from Anthony Davis, a strong presence offensively. In also, somebody who can box out. And so I believe, first, if we get PJ Tucker, that doesn't guarantee that our shooting is going to be better. Why? Because we have had shooters before, and or our offense is better suited right now for drivers. But being said that, I prefer Boogie for many reasons, because he creates mismatches, and you can put Boogie with Montrez, and it would be a force to reckon with in the paint, offensively and probably defensively, because even when Boogie is not uh, the best defensive guy, if you combine him with Montrez, then there is a big pairing that you can have. And Boogie can still score over 20 points in any given time. And you are not going to see that from Marc Gasol, right? So Boogie would be another offensive weapon. One, he can shoot the three. If they leaving alone, he's going to shoot that three, and he's going to probably make it. And because he is kind of a threat, even from outside, it will leave. Uh, it would get. It would stretch the floor. It will leave the center out, and it would allow our drivers to score easier. He's, to me, right now at this moment, he's a better passer than Mark, and he's a better rebounder. The only thing that Mark has over Boogie is that he's still a better defender. Like the other night, he scored 4 blocks, so that is something that, you know, we kind of need to um, need in our team. But he's not the defensive stopper, that he used to be. When he was the defensive player of the year, he still got some tricks in his sleeve for having good defense. But Boogie would bring that other guy in the middle who can rebound. He can rebound like crazy. He does boxing out. So if he is inside and we have LeBron with him, that would help. Also, it would take the offensive, like right now. One of the reasons why I think Anthony Davis is getting bumped so much, and and having so much problems, is because they know Mark is not going to be an offensive threat. But if you have Anthony Davis and Boogie Cousins, uh, you don't have to have LeBron, really, because Boogie and Anthony Davis are a great combination. And Boogie and Montrez, they're going to be a great combination, because that's the other thing. Boogie can rebound a ball, and either Kuzma or Montrez can start running, and he's going to find them, even though he can't uh, do much in a like he used to in a fast break. So those are things that are very valuable for the Lakers. The Lakers have enough firepower. It's not that they don't have enough firepower. It's that, they lack right now a presence on the paint. Because if the paint becomes a place where you need to guard, you are going to leave shooters open. And I know they haven't hit that many open shots either, but open shots are always a better percentage. And the ones that they hit is usually when they are open. So that's why the other thing about PJ Tucker is that PJ Tucker is going to cost us a lot. Not only because we have to match salary, that's not as much of a problem, as who we need to give up for Houston even consider a, a you know doing business with with any franchise. You know, who do we need to give up? That's a good question. Whoever you know think of an answer, you can put it right here. We can talk about it. Um, no answers are bad. We can talk about it. Um, I hope nobody thinks that I'm, if I disagree with you, I'm not trying to shame you. You could be right. I could be wrong. You know, um, I'm a fan. I had a little bit of experience playing in uh, uh, directing a team, but it's to me it would be easier for the Lakers if they get Boogie Cousins because they get a 34% uh, 3-point shooter that it's not that good, but for center, it's pretty good for a center. You know, if you and there's a spot, and he's already bought out. You know, and the agreement is that he's gonna get his money, the money that they actually. There's no um, um, they are not the buyout didn't go with him accepting less than the money he was paying, according to the sources I looked at. And so you can get Boogie Cousins for the final stop, for the final spot. He already knows Frank Vogel's system, and you can still trade for for PJ Tucker, but I am afraid of that trade because that doesn't guarantee that he's going to work out in this system. Because other shooters like uh, you know like Green and and now and you know he's he just had a good night during this week. I don't remember it was the last game or the game before that he made like I don't know 4 3-pointers in a row. I can't remember, but it's I don't see how that um, and this is the thing. We're not winning for two reasons. Obviously, we need Anthony Davis. Uh, if Anthony Davis was in that game, things would have been different. Um, and because I mean, there was a lot of bad calls. I don't like to say that referees decide games. Sometimes I say it anyways, but um, Caruso got fouled, right? And then he got a technical for arguing the call, but it was weird because Caruso never goes to certain level to argue a foul, and he didn't look that upset. Right after the technical, he looked upset. Um, and that was one of the things. That LeBron James gets fouled a lot, and they don't they won't call it, the fouls. Um, then we have Marc Gasol, that is he's not a bad player. He's just getting up there in age, but he's still got some moves, and he still can shoot the three. And so, he can still stretch the floor, and he's a good passer. But the thing is, if we get Boogie Cousins can do all that better. And in the bad night, Boogie Cousins can score 9 points, right? Like he did in with the Houston Rockets. But he had a night when he scored 28. Now, if you have LeBron scoring 30, Boogie Cousins scoring 15, right? Um, um, you know, uh, um, you know, you have Boogie scoring 15. You have LeBron scoring 30. You have Kuzma scoring 10. You have um, we didn't have uh, Dennis. We didn't have Dennis in that last game, right? So we lost that last game, but there was a lot of things. There was a lot of things that were happening in that game that doesn't have to do with the shooting. That's another thing. When we don't have Dennis Schroeder, we have another problem is that he penetrates and he can leave people open on the shooting, and if he sees them, he's gonna pass them all. And so I don't think. I think the only place that we are vulnerable is on the paint, because we need to depend on Anthony Davis. But if we get Boogie, Anthony Davis still our main guy, but Boogie Cousins could do a lot of damage when Anthony Davis is around. And I'm not saying that he's the Boogie Cousins of you know New Orleans. He's not the Pelicans Boogie Cousins, but he doesn't need to be, because we have Montrez. So if Montrez and Boogie put 15 points each other, we are going to be kind of the opposite of that we were in the championship version, where the Lakers were mostly a defensive threat and some offensive threat, because we had Dwight Howard, and Dwight Howard, everything he grabbed, he could, just dunk, or that kind of stuff. He is he's that versatile. We don't have Dwight, but if we get Montrez and Boogie, we are going to have strength, uh, length, and Boogie won't have to be that defensive player if Kuzma and and Montrez are both there with Boogie, and so I think Boogie is, because he's not going to cost us. There's a spot that he can already get, and he knows the system. He's a better version of what Marc Gasol can do. He's younger, you know, and he can still do a lot of damage there. And he's not, a shot blocker right now as much as he used to because, he can't because of the injuries. But he is good at reading the defense and steal the ball. And we need that too. We need people, that counts in the defense. That counts. And if Boogie goes like this, right? And he's pretty much difficult to move, right? And somebody can shoot over him. Maybe Kuzma and Montrez can, go on the side, brush, and get that ball. So, like I said, I like better to get Boogie and keep the team we have. The team we have is not bad, and they have lost a few games in the finals moments because we're lacking a little bit of passion. That's what it is. It's not so much that the shooters are not shooting. The shooters are not getting they are not getting you know clear shots because Mark he's not a he's not a center that that posed a threat on the paint as offensively. But we could have combinations. We can then put Trez on the. We could put Trez with both of them, with Mark, or with the three of them, with Mark, with Anthony Davis, and with DeMarcus Cousins. And I think we should give Trez more minutes. And I think Trez would reinforce that position because he would become a power forward who can get rebound. If we get Boogie and Montrez, it's going to be really difficult to steal a rebound from us. In I could be wrong, but I don't see PJ Tucker. I understand that we need defensive players, but I don't know 3-and-D players. And Tucker, he's really good at that. He's really good at guarding centers. So I don't know, but the only problem I have with PJ Tucker is how we are going to match. We are going to get a package that the Rockets would even listen to. I don't know. I don't know what to say. If I'm going to give up players, I prefer to give up players for Bradley Beal. But I know that that's going to cost us at least KCP and either, Schroeder, Montrez, and I don't know, that's the thing. I don't think they would want Schroeder. And we could match next year with Kuzma and KCP and maybe another player for Bradley Beal. But Bradley Beal, I understand because the firepower of Bradley Beal, the offensive machine that he is, would fit with the idea of having 3 stars. But I tell you, right now, to me, Boogie Cousins is the answer. Uh, I don't know what you guys think. We got okay. We're waiting for AC from L Sports Live. So while the connection gets there, we which other players would you guys think we could get right now? Um, or which players are you? All right, I think he's back. He's back. All right. How are you? Can you hear me? Oh, oh, oh. All right. I know he'll be back at certain point. All right. So you know, I would like to you know what you have. I would like to know what you guys have to say about this. I don't know how many people are watching me right now on Twitter, on Twitter. Let's see, but I would like to. I would like to see. Is Twitter showing me? All right. So what you guys um, what you guys think? Give me a scenario where you can be the GM of the Lakers. You get to be uh, um, Pelinka, Rob Pelinka, and you get to decide who is um, who is the player that you see being exchanged for PJ Tucker. Let me know. Let me know um, in the chat. You don't need to give me a super chat to for me to uh, you know put you right here, like that, and answer your question. So, what would be that scenario where you could see PJ Tucker going to the Lakers? Who would you bring to the Rockets? Who would you think would entice the Rockets to think about you know uh, uh, to be that trade? We have to get a package for him. He's not going to be easy to to um, to bring without something that it's attractive for Houston. So let me know, what do you think would Houston want, in exchange of PJ Tucker? So I'm going to tell you right here what I think. Probably Kuzma would need to be uh, put in that trade. I think probably um, um, probably would be also it probably would be another player could be Taylor Horton Tucker. Uh, uh, One of these players, at least, or maybe two of them, are going to be in that trade. Either Taylor Horton Tucker, uh, Alex Caruso, or Kuzma. Maybe they won the three of them. And that's what I'm saying. I think it will cost a lot because Kuzma is getting better at defense and he's getting better at rebounds. And he was known as a rebounder in college. And he had a considerably good defense in college. So it's not like he didn't have those. He just didn't translate it, these things to the NBA. But now he's doing it. So now he's doing it. He's getting more points because of this. He's more comfortable doing these things, and I think he's. We gotta be aware that we have a future, and we gotta be aware that this Laker team can, can win the championship. On paper, you might think the Nets are the favorites, but the problem with the Nets is that they don't have the presence in the paint that is good enough to stop other people's. Uh, the only thing that the Nets have that it's great is the firepower, right? But I'm still not convinced that the Nets can get even to the finals. They have to get through the 76ers, and that's going to be really, they don't have anybody to stop Joel Embiid. That's the first thing. And I don't think they have uh, a way to also stop Simmons. And Simmons is a threat because of all the things he can do. He's LeBron without shooting, without other things too. But he's still in the process of getting in his prime. So we don't know what's gonna happen. But I think he's got an upside. But enough talk about the 76ers or the Nets. I think the Lakers are the team to beat right now. And we had all these bad games, but some of them weren't that bad. And we gotta understand that the last game we lost by 2 without Dennis Schroeder, without Anthony Davis, and we still fought hard and battled until the end. And remember, the West Conference is gonna be difficult. The Jazz look like they could be a championship team. Um, the did the Clippers beat them last time? You know, um, the Clippers, for some reason, they still don't convince me that they are gonna get far. Um, they are gonna get to the playoffs, but after that, I mean, Paul George, man, Paul George, and the last time Paul George wasn't that bad. The last game of you know Clippers versus Denver, um, the claw wasn't the guy. You know, he tried to be, but he wasn't. He wasn't that guy that they needed for the closing, and so Denver, you know, finally won, and it's gonna be interesting. We have championship experience. Marc Gasol may not be the guy that everybody wanted to be, but he is another guy with championship experience. So I think um, that this is not going to be um, something that is going to be um, something that people need to uh, that people are going to be you know I don't even know why I'm saying people, but what the Lakers need to get to. Yeah, I don't see how this trade would make the Lakers better because it would cost too much. And I'm not saying PJ Tucker is not worth it, but don't know. He's not a future player right now. Kyle Kuzma is getting the job done, and Taylor Horton Tucker is passing through a slump. But remember, this is truly his rookie year, and and he's 20. You know, usually when we talk about rookie year, we're talking about either uh, 21, 22, some of them 23. You know, it's it is but he's a contributor. Even if he's having a problem with his offense lately, he's blocking shots. He's getting some minutes and he's getting productive. He does a lot of mistakes too. That's true, but he works hard, and we need that. We need that. We need a young player who can work hard, and he kind of is our version of PJ Tucker. So we are going to have to give him, or we are going to have to give Alex Caruso. And I don't think Alex Caruso and Kuzma uh, would be replaced by PJ Tucker in a way that I don't know. You know, we don't need a shooter. We have shooters. We need somebody who can score from the paint, because when that happens, the shooters are going to be open. And that's all we can ask. Uh, we have shooters, and they are just not working the way uh, we want them to work. So I'm gonna leave it right here. Um, I don't see. I see if you are watching it. I don't know if you. He might have his. He uses his phone, so it's probably I don't know if he's going to be available. He may be having problems with the connection. All right, so I'm gonna leave it here, but I don't want to go without saying this. Uh, Connect to LA Sports Live, subscribe, and check out his videos. He's usually one of the first ones, if not the first one, to inform people, give news of not just the Lakers, but LA sports in general, right? Lakers are the biggest news, so usually it's going to be Lakers. And but apologize. Um, um, Also, you know, subscribe to Perspective Look X Lakers-fandom. I have to put Sports Live the link in a few of the videos we have done. Uh, I might do it tonight. Um, and let's see what time do I have tonight? Maybe tomorrow morning. But I will get there. I will get there. All right. So um, I'm gonna say goodbye. Leave it here, and next time I'll try to give AC the 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 link faster so he could be prepared because I kind of took him by surprise probably, and so that's okay. I mean, it was my mistake. So I apologize for that. All right. So I'm saying goodbye. Remember to connect to both LA Sports Live, Perspective of X Lakers fandom. Subscribe to those. Like, comment. Because that all that helps the algorithm, and share it. Share the videos. Share the lives. Whatever you want to share. I gotta do some videos that I want to do. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it next this week, but hopefully that would be the case. All right. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. May God bless, and goodbye.